A journey is defined in many ways. I classify a journey as two separate things. There's the physical journey, where you travel to new lands and explore unfamiliar regions. Then there's the mental journey, where you discover more about yourself and develop a better understanding of your views on life. The so-called journey of life for the average American is thought to go through childhood, teen years, adulthood, and old age. To the alleged average American, childhood starts from the day of your birth until about the graduation of middle school. In childhood, most Americans will tend to grow up one step at a time. Babies learn to walk and talk, toddlers learn basic skills, and during the years of elementary and middle school, children learn about the world, different cultures, society, life, and more. However, in the childhood stage of life, the average American does not have any influential or educated voice in society. Rather, they listen to their parents, and whatever they say goes. Whatever views their parents have on life, most children will also have for the time being because they don't know any better. Children tend to be simple-minded, and as Chris once said, "It is easy when you are young to believe that what you desire is no less than what you deserve." Children still have their innocence and are seen as pure, uncorrupted beings. Chris McCandless did not have the average American childhood. Christopher Johnson McCandless was born on February 12, 1968, but instead of going through the so-called normal stages of life, he was pulled from his innocence of childhood when he witnessed his abusive father Walt McCandless beating his mother Billy McCandless. From witnessing the abusive relationship of Walt and Billy, Chris learned to depend on his younger sister Corinne McCandless for support, stability, and sanity. High school life is the time period one is normally seen as a teen, from about the age of 13 to 18. While in this stage of life, the common American starts to develop their own individual views on life, politics, society, personal opinion, and more. Teens start to diverge from their parents and follow their own choices. They develop their own voice in the world and further their knowledge on the world around them. During this time, people start to define their individuality. They seek their true self but are greatly influenced by their peers in means of just trying to fit in. Average Americans during their teen years are still not fully independent. Their parents still play an influential role in the habits, activities, opinions, views, and education they have. Chris attended Wilbert Tucker Woodson High School in Fairfax, Virginia. Throughout his academic career, Chris was held to very high expectations to succeed and achieve in a high degree from his father, Walt. Walt put great pressure on both Chris and Corinne to excel in their education. Chris graduated high school on June 2, 1986. The ordinary American adult life tends to start after graduation of their senior year in high school. In the early parts of adult life, people learn more about themselves. They are off on their own in college, away from their parents, and left to make independent choices for themselves. The standard individual will further define their views of life, society, who they really are, what they really want, and how they want to live. They further solidify their beliefs and truly become independent by making their own decisions uninfluenced by their parents. After one is truly independent, there is little growth compared to the early periods of adulthood, even though one is always learning new things and changing their views and opinions throughout life. Chris McCandless was accepted into Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, where he developed his philosophy that the core of man's spirit comes from new experiences. During his college years, Chris solidified his ideas of the corruption of government and his views on life. Following his graduation, he made his parents believe he was continuing his education into law school in order to not cause any suspicion of his real intent. Throughout Chris's journey of tramping around the U.S., he wasn't quite able to find himself or what he was truly looking for. In fourth, he traveled to Alaska to find his peace. Adult life doesn't have a distinguished endpoint per se, but generally entry into old age is after the time of retirement. I classify old age once you hit about your 70s, but this is only my opinion. During the time of old age, one generally finds peace within themselves. They let go of their regrets in life and make amends with the poor decisions they had made earlier. In Denali, Alaska, when Chris was living in the wilderness for months on end and close to his death, he was most likely able to reach what he would consider complete peace. This peace, which is worry-free, is what one is supposed to feel when reaching old age. Chris probably reached the peak of his peace when he was on the brink of death and was able to look out at the mountains and wilderness and find tranquility. Chris McCandless did not experience the average American journey. However, he did experience the stages of life the average American goes through. It may not have been in order or in the normal way most experience these stages or at the pace of the typical American, but he still experienced the journey of the average American. He went through childhood, teen years, adult life, and old age, even though these stages were hastened. Chris went through both the physical and mental journey. He traveled the land, had many new experiences, and was able to find his peace within himself.